Hi there, teachers. Welcome back to my channel, where we explore strategies to inspire and empower your students to thrive in English learning. Today, we're tackling a crucial skill, boosting conversational abilities through speaking and listening activities. So grab your notebooks, get ready to take some notes, and let's dive into these 5 fun and effective techniques to transform your English language lessons. One of my favorite techniques for sparking lively discussions is Think, Pair, Share. This method is incredibly effective in getting every student involved and making sure that everyone has a voice. Start by presenting your students with a thought-provoking question or prompt. The question should be open-ended to encourage a variety of responses and stimulate critical thinking. For instance, you could ask, "What would you do if you found a time machine?" This type of question can ignite their imagination and lead to some very creative answers. Or you might ask, "If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?" Such questions not only engage students, but also help them to think deeply about their choices and reasoning. Give your students a few moments to think individually about their responses. This quiet time is crucial as it allows them to gather their thoughts and come up with a well-considered answer. Once they've had some time to ponder, it's time to pair up. Pairing students encourages collaboration and helps them to articulate their thoughts more clearly. Encourage your students to turn to a partner and share their thoughts. This step is essential for building communication skills and fostering a sense of community in the classroom. Remind them to listen attentively to their partner and engage in a meaningful back-and-forth conversation. Active listening is a key component of effective communication and helps students to understand different perspectives. Finally, bring the whole class together and invite pairs to share their most interesting points with the group. This not only reinforces the learning, but also allows students to hear a variety of viewpoints. Think, Pair, Share encourages participation from all students, even those who might be hesitant to speak up in a whole class setting. It creates an inclusive environment where every voice is valued and heard. Next up, let's transport our students from the classroom to real-world situations with the power of role-playing. This method not only makes learning fun, but also incredibly effective. Create realistic scenarios that your students can relate to and engage with, such as everyday interactions they might encounter, like ordering food at a restaurant or asking for directions. Clearly define the roles each student will play and provide your students with any necessary vocabulary or phrases. This will help them feel more confident and prepared. To make it even more interactive, consider providing props or costumes. These can make the scenarios feel more authentic and engaging. Pair up your students and give them time to practice their dialogues. This practice time is crucial for building their confidence. Encourage them to focus on pronunciation, fluency and clarity, and using appropriate body language. Non-verbal cues are just as important as spoken words in communication. After some practice time, invite pairs to perform their role plays in front of the class. This not only boosts their confidence, but also allows for constructive feedback. Role-playing is a fantastic way to make language learning more meaningful, memorable, and practical. It transforms the learning experience into something enjoyable and dynamic for your students. Now, let's shift our focus to another crucial aspect of conversational skills: active listening. That's where listening logs come in. They provide a structured framework for students to engage with authentic audio materials. Select an engaging audio clip that aligns with your lesson objectives or your students' interests. Before playing the audio, provide some context and introduce any key vocabulary or concepts. Present them with a set of guiding questions to focus their listening. Encourage your students to listen attentively and take notes on their listening logs. After listening, provide opportunities for students to share their findings and insights with their classmates. Listening logs foster critical thinking, enhance comprehension skills, and expose students to a variety of accents and perspectives. Ready to inject some energy into your classroom? Let's turn up the heat with the hot seat game. Designate a special chair in your classroom as the hot seat. One student volunteers to sit in the hot seat while their classmates take turns asking them questions. Set a specific theme or topic for the questions to keep the game engaging and relevant. Encourage your students to get creative with their questions and keep the energy high. The hot seat game is a fantastic way to break up the routine, foster a fun learning environment, and help students build confidence in their ability to think and respond quickly in English. Our final technique focuses on the power of peer feedback, creating a collaborative learning environment where students can learn from each other. After a speaking task, dedicate time for students to provide constructive feedback to their peers. This not only helps the speaker improve, but also enhances the critical thinking skills of the feedback provider. Establish clear guidelines and criteria for feedback. Make sure students understand what is expected of them. Discuss the qualities of effective feedback, such as being specific, constructive, and respectful. Emphasize that feedback should be specific, actionable, and focused on both strengths and areas for improvement. Encourage students to highlight what their peers did well and suggest ways they can improve. Introduce a feedback form or checklist that outlines key areas to focus on, such as fluency, pronunciation, and overall delivery. This helps structure the feedback process. Pair up your students or divide them into small groups and provide ample time for them to exchange feedback. This interaction is crucial for their development. Peer feedback sessions are valuable for fostering a growth mindset, developing critical listening skills, and building a supportive classroom community. By empowering students to take ownership of their learning, you create a dynamic and interactive educational experience that benefits everyone involved. There you have it, 5 engaging techniques to boost your students' conversational skills. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your fellow educators. And don't forget to subscribe for more teaching strategies and resources to inspire your English language classrooms. See you next time.